Hello, it's Charlene here from the Assumption Effect. You are already qualified. Stop proving yourself and start assuming the role. Or do you feel like an imposter? Have you ever watched someone get the opportunity you deserved? The promotion, the recognition, the role that felt like it was written for you, given to someone else, and you told yourself, I need to work harder. I need another qualification. I need to prove myself. But what if the person who got that opportunity was not more qualified than you, but was simply assuming something about themselves that you were not yet assuming about yourself? Wayne Dyer said, you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. And today I want to show you how to become, on the inside, the person that opportunity is looking for. I want you to think about a key. A key does not force a lock to open. It does not push harder. It does not add more metal to itself. It does not apologize for its shape, because it was cut to match the exact shape of the lock it belongs to. Your career breakthrough, your promotion, your dream role, your recognition has a shape. And that shape is an identity. Most people spend their careers trying to force the lock with more effort, more certificates, more performance reviews. But the lock does not open to force. It opens to fit. And fit is an inside job. It is the assumption you carry about whether you are already someone that role belongs to. Neville Goddard said, you are already that which you want to be. Your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. The key is already cut. You simply have to stop assuming it belongs to someone else's door. When you walk into a room with people you consider more senior or more superior, more experienced, more established, what does your inner voice say? For many people, it says, I don't quite belong here yet. They know more than me. I have to earn my place. Not feeling confident. In REBT, we call this a rigid, irrational belief, a rule you formed that says your value is conditional. That you must first prove before you are permitted to own your space in the room. the truth. REBT and law of assumption both point that belief is not protecting you. It is creating the very invisibility you are trying to overcome. Because when you enter a room, assuming you must earn your place, your body speaks assumption. Your voice carries it. Your energy broadcasts it. And the people in that room respond to what they feel. Not to your CV, not to your title, not to your years of experience, to your frequency. And a frequency that says, I am still proving myself, will always be treated as someone who still is. Aya Tundi, that is exceptional at her work, brilliant, deeply committed. She has been passed over 4 promotions, 3 times in 4 years. And each time, she responded the same way. By working harder, staying later, taking more responsibility on, she came to me angry, defeated. Charlene, I gave everything to this job, to my career. I don't understand why they don't see me. When you walk into a leadership meeting, was my question to you. How do you introduce yourself? Not out loud, but in your inner mind before you walk into the room, before you speak. What do you think before you enter a room or a meeting or an interview or that promotion? What is your assumption? What do you think? How do you introduce yourself that you are valid for that position or good enough for that position? She says, well, I introduced myself as someone who is hoping to get the new position. There it was. It was a frequency problem. She was walking into every room broadcasting the assumption, I am here to be evaluated. Evaluated, considered, but never quite chosen. So we changed the state. What would it feel like to walk into the room as someone who already knows they belong at the table? Not hoping, knowing. So we changed to state, to feel as if she already has that promotion, she already has that position. We practiced that state over and over, daily. Inner body, inner focus, in the assumption she carried before she opened every meeting. Within 6 weeks, she was offered a leadership role by a senior director who had met her once at a previous event. He told her there was something about the way you carried yourself. I knew immediately that you were someone I wanted on my team. She did not need a new CV. She needed new glasses. new perspective of how she saw herself, a new assumption about herself, her internal self. Think of theatre, a stage. When an actor walks onto the stage, before they speak a single line, the audience already feels whether this person is someone who commands the space, not because of what they say, because of how they inhabit the stage. Whether they own it or apologize for being on it, your workplace is your stage. And your body, the way you walk into a room, the space of your speech, the steadiness, the eye contact, the space you allow yourself to take up is broadcasting your assumed identity to everyone in that space. When you radically shift your body, even sit up straight, tall, and your voice is grounded, you stop broadcast, I'm here to be evaluated, and you begin broadcasting, I'm already belonging here. In NLP, we call this installing the leadership anchor. Your nervous system already knows what it feels like to be certain, to be competent, to be someone whose presence shifts a room. Find that state in your body, amplify it, walk in wearing it. Most people in career development focus on the gap between where they are and where they want to be. Think of someone learning to ride a bicycle. Every cycling instructor will tell you, do not look at the obstacle. The moment you focus on the potholes, your hands turn the wheel toward it. Your body follows your eyes. You ride directly into the very thing you were trying to avoid, the pothole. Focus on where you are going. Hold your eyes on the path ahead, on the vision of your career that already exists in your assumption. And your whole system begins to navigate towards it. Every day, ask yourself, who am I being today in relation to the career I desire? Am I focusing on the gap? Or am I assuming the arrival? Because where your focus goes, your frequency follows. And your frequency is what opens doors. It is daily practice. Think of a musician preparing for a concert. They practice daily because excellence is a state that must be rehearsed until it becomes instinctive. Your career assumption is your daily rehearsal. Every morning before you step into your workplace, physically or virtually, you rehearse the state of someone who already holds the role, already commands the respect, already belongs at the table. Rehearse it enough, and it becomes the only state you know. You don't need to become more to deserve the career you desire. You need to assume from this moment forward that you are already enough. That the table already has a seat with your name on it. That the door you have been knocking on is already open and has been waiting for you to walk through it. You belong because you do. Choose the identity. Choose to walk in it as the person that role belongs to, and watch the world of your career begins to rearrange itself around the new signal you are sending out. You are ready to stop proving and start assuming. Begin with my free course, Remove Your Blocks, and join our school community. Stop waiting to be chosen. Assume you already are. I will see you in the next video.